Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Laurent Boukobza and today I'm going to continue what I interrupted last week as there's a continuation of that 13th Sonata Opus 27 number 1. We are now in the second movement. That's an Allegro molto e vivace. That means very fast, very lively. This is the form of a minuet and trio, so it's a 3/4 as it should be, but with a lot of twists. Interestingly, right away, we can see that all the notes are slurred by 3. Of course, we don't need to be as exaggerated as I just did, but Beethoven specifically writes this slur every 3 notes, and sometimes he doesn't. So it's not by chance. Remember what I said about composers. When you do it once or twice, you can second guess it. When it's systematic and then it's different, he meant it. So this beginning is very eerie, coming from something that was light. That's the end of the first movement, and I will connect to the second movement. So all that's piano, and then suddenly forte, staccato. And now legato for 6 notes and not 3. So because it's a minuet and trio, you can look up, I give you some reference of where to look for other minuet and trio when I explain all of this. And we're going to go to the second part of that minuet and trio, the B section. That's going to develop having the exact same idea. Instead of, it will have that. So every time we have a repeat sign, everything is legato. And in this case, at the end of the B, now we go to the trio. I found very humorous this. It's kind of military, kind of, but a humorous military, nothing serious, nothing like a grave. And it makes a crescendo that goes from pianissimo to fortissimo and come back down right away in a natural way. Remember, Beethoven tends to do crescendo to piano. Here he doesn't. It's common for the entire sonata. It's interesting, there's very few of those crescendo going to piano. There are some, but few. Most of the phrases are written, I would say, regularly or normally. And then we're gonna have, the first section was piano. Now we have the second section of the trio, as always. Up to here, there's no crescendo written, nothing. So you have to keep the tension with almost nothing, which is extremely difficult. And then we move on to here's the famous crescendo to piano. And then the second time is the same, so repeat, and then instead of a so we feel we're going back to the beginning. But now something that I've never seen yet in Beethoven. The right hand will have the same phrasing. With one huge difference. My right hand will be offbeat. Remember we talked about the syncopation on all these sonatas where syncopation was important, but this time the left hand will be on the beat, but staccato. And it says sempre staccato, so, and the right hand it says sempre legato. So he really wants a difference between the right hand that's very legato and left hand that's very staccato. So, but of course not at that tempo, at the tempo that you take at the beginning, so you want to find the right tempo. And what's interesting is when we have the forte section, now he's on the beat. Legato, not staccato anymore. You see, and the right hand, because the right hand was off beat. So I'll let you discover this, and then we arrive. That should be the ending. But when Beethoven, we're gonna have a little coda. So my right hand will be a beat and a half before the last note. Because you could have done, but you won't. With a sforzando on that note. And of course, it doesn't sound like the end of a piece either, because that will serve as a connection with the next melodic note, but in A flat major. Why am I mentioning the third movement? Because it says attacca subito l'adagio, so I'm not supposed to stop. I'm supposed to continue. And the key relationship between C minor and A flat was the 6 degrees, but that's not what matters. What matters is that when I had this movement, that was the end of the minuet. And then I went to the trio, and the trio is A flat major. And that's where it comes from. Okay, I'll play that too fast, but that's where it comes from. So that movement is actually in the key of the trio of the second movement. No, it's not by chance. So now let's listen to that second movement without interruption. Enjoyed this second movement, ends in a humorous way for something which is so threatening and so aggressive. Means maybe not aggressive, but it's threatening. It's something that has a lot of tension in it. I like the way it ends, like I'm not scared of you. And then we go to the third movement that we'll listen very, very soon. If you want to know more about me, you can follow me on all the social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. You can find all the links to the social media underneath on my description. Also, of course, on my website, www.laurentboukobza.net. Feel free to leave comments on those videos. Let me know what you thought, let me know what you've learned, let me know if you enjoyed it, what you would like to hear about, and maybe you can talk to me about what piece you would like to hear for the 2,000 subscriber. That would be interesting. I want to hear that too. So we'll see you next week for the third movement of the 13th Piano Sonata, Opus 27, number 1 by Beethoven. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now.